Bradenton police officer is recovering tonight after being brutally attacked while on duty.
The officer was responding to what he thought was a false alarm, but instead came face to face with a burglar at a jewelry shop. The attacker is now being identified as an illegal immigrant by the Bradenton Police Department. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from the Bradenton Police Department with more on how that officer is doing. Jess.
Good evening, Haley and Scott. It was just 3 days ago that Lieutenant William Weldon suffered this brutal attack today with bruises still under his eyes. He says he's just thankful that both he and the suspect made it out of that jewelry store alive.
I was afraid for my life.
Lieutenant William Weldon had to fight to stay alive after a call for a false security alarm went terribly wrong.
I needed to make sure that I walked out of there safely and he didn't get away.
What an alarm company initially reported was wrong, and Lieutenant Weldon was now in the middle of an active burglary in a jewelry store alone. Surveillance video from the shop shows Weldon coming face to face with the suspect, 23-year-old Isaac Hernandez Dubin. Lieutenant Weldon drew his weapon, and when Hernandez Dubin agreed to cooperate, he put his weapon away.
I could see that he didn't have anything in his hand, so he was unarmed at the moment that I saw. So I wasn't going to fire on an unarmed man, so I put my weapon away and attempted to take him into custody.
But that's when the suspect attacked, gouging Weldon's eyes, scratching his face, and reaching for his weapon.
I couldn't see, I was in pain, and I was tired.
But Weldon keeps fighting for the next minute and a half. He gets away and again draws his weapon on the suspect. Hernandez Dubin continues toward Weldon, who instead of shooting, hits the suspect with his gun.
As the suspect approached him for the final time, he saw 4 of them in front of him. He had no idea where the suspect was. That's why you see him put his hand out, and that's why you saw him take such a wide swing.
I feel that I would have been justified in shooting him, but deadly force is to be used as the last resort, and I had one other resort that I could use, and I used it. If that resort didn't work, then there's a chance that I would have used lethal force.
After the hit, Weldon's backup shows up, taking Hernandez Dubin into custody. Weldon and his fellow officers say they're thankful that things turned out the way they did, that no one was killed. Weldon says his training is what kept him alive.
He told me in his southern drawl, he says, "Ma'am, the thing I'm most grateful for is that it was me that walked in the door and not one of the officers under my command."
If you get into a fight like this and you walk away, both people walk away, then it's always a good day.
Hernandez Dubin is still in Manatee County Jail. He's being held by the federal government for his illegal status. Bradenton Police Department is also looking at him when it comes to other crimes. They think he may have been involved, including another burglary of a business near that jewelry shop. As far as Lieutenant Weldon, he's taking some much-needed time off. In Bradenton, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.